I'm Daryl Mott, and I'd like to welcome you back to the 3 o'clock live session. But before the guys can get started, we've got a little business to take care of. The business of winning prizes. Remember, there are 2 ways to win. The first one is by winning VIP access to today's Together We Rise happy hour, which can pop up on your screen at any time that you're clicking around the virtual experience. So if and when it pops up, make sure that you make a note of it, of the special access code, because that will get you where you want to be at 5 p.m. It's usually one word spelled in all caps, so it's easy to remember. Yesterday's code was appreciate, and the surprise musical performer was legendary Clint Black. Now tonight's performer has a few hits of his own, including International Harvester and Bonfire, so make sure you're on today's VIP guest list. The second way to be a winner of this year's Commodity Classic is to take home the Together We Rise Carhartt Vehicle Organizer Prize Pack. All that does is it takes 2 steps, basically, very easy, and it's a few minutes between now and midnight on Friday. So here's how it goes. First, engage with the content from any 2 of the brands featured in this experience. That can be Westbred, Channel, Climate Field View, you name it. And that can be anything found on their brand pages. Next, submit your name and photo from your operation for this year's tribute to our nation's farmers. You'll do that over on the Bayer Appreciation Project page. That's really all there is to it. So, with that business taken care of, it's time to get back to the business of helping your operation succeed. And here to moderate our debate, Kim Helligen. Welcome, Kim.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Bayer Plus Rewards debate. My name is Kim and I will be your moderator today. We'll be discussing the best way to spend your Bayer Plus rewards. Let's meet the debaters we have. First up, Frank Ritteman. He is the North America Regional Marketing Crop Protection Row Crops Product Manager. Frank may, as you can tell from his voice, he actually hails from Texas, and you'll find out that he really does love barbecue. Our next debater is Matt Muckerman. Matt is the North America Glyphosate Portfolio Lead. Matt is a big Blues hockey fan and has a great family with 3 kids. Our last debater today is Raymond Lello. He is the Corn and Soy Product Fungicide Manager, and he is a huge Illinois fan and especially enjoyed last night's game against the University of Michigan, where Illinois clobbered them. Each candidate will be given 4 minutes to state their case. Now let's get started with Frank. Frank, in your opinion, what is the most important input category to spend your Bayer Plus rewards dollars, and why?
Thank you for the question, Kim. Really, there's only one category that is the most important one.
That'd be Roundup.
No, Matt, that would not be Roundup. That would be the corn selective herbicides. Some of my fellow debaters over here will try to convince you, as Matt has already tried right now, that their categories are the most important one and what benefits their products bring to late season management of your crop. But just bear with me for a second. If weeds take over your fields and really wreak havoc in your operation, what is there to save late in the season? I always like to say the best weed is a weed that never emerges. And at Bayer, with our lineup of corn herbicide products, we have a strong portfolio of pre-emergence options, post-emergent residual options to take care of your needs on your farm.
And a strong Roundup portfolio.
It may come in later, but you really want to start out with a pre-emergence residual portfolio, Kim. So that's the most important category to spend on.
That's great. So Frank, tell us, you talked about a broad portfolio. Can you give us an example of some products that are in maybe that pre-emerge category?
Thank you, Kim. There are a number of brands that Bayer offers in the pre-emerge portfolio, and that's really a great time to talk about this because right now growers are thinking about their planting decisions, which seed to put in the ground, and right around that same time pre-emergence residual products go in the ground. And there's a lot of factors that go into the right decision. What's the weed pressure on your farm? What kind of product do you want to use? We always recommend multiple modes of actions for good weed resistance management.
And does the tank mix with Roundup too?
I think that comes later, Matt, as that's your time in the debate. But we'll get to that.
I'm excited about Roundup.
If you would please stop interrupting me so I can take care of my part, please. As I mentioned, pre-emerge residuals are a strong foundation to start your season. Multiple modes of actions extremely important. Soil type differences. What are some of the geographical specifications that you have per your labels? So we always encourage growers to work closely with their agronomists, their retailers, to find out the best way to start the season. Brands from the Bayer product portfolio that really help out a lot of growers. Corvus is a very important brand. Balance Flex, as you can see, featured on my shirt, together with the Harness brands. And all of these products are part of the Bayer Plus Rewards program as well.
Yeah, Frank, great point. So you talked about the pre's and the posts and multiple modes of action. Maybe can you talk a little deeper about some of our post options? Because as you said, Bayer Plus, when you put a pre and a post on, you qualify. So maybe give us a little bit more about that post. portfolio.
Absolutely, Kim. And Matt, before you interrupt me again, I will actually mention Roundup right now. So
Thank you.
Postemergence products play an important role in our portfolio as well. Over the last couple of years, we've really seen that move from away from just a one-pass pre to a true two-pass residual program, using multiple residuals in your operations, using multiple effective modes of actions in your operations, and the Bayer portfolio offers a number of options that growers can employ as part of that two-pass program, Kim.
Like, what's a good option with Roundup?
I'll get to that.
Sorry.
Be patient.
Antsy.
Well, I mean, since you already got to that, a really good option in the Bayer portfolio, next to Roundup, a great partner. I'm prepared for that.
That's
Loudus is a great option. It's a great option to use.
Plug.
Yeah, I knew Matt would interrupt me, so I needed to satisfy his need to also mention Roundup, which is a great tank mix partner in combination with Roundup. And going back to what we said earlier, starting strong with the pre as a foundational treatment, following it up by Roundup together with Loudus, is not only a great weed management program, it also gets you a long way towards Bayer Plus rewards.
All right, look, your time's up. I get it. You've got a great broad portfolio, a lot of products to choose from. I don't know how you decided which logos to wear today, because clearly you have a lot. I think we need to talk about Roundup.
Again.
Thank you. I'm going to go. So we're excited this year. We've got, in the first time in several years, in fact, for a brand that's been in the market for almost 50 years, we're launching a new Roundup formulation right now.
Finally?
Finally?
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be big, because we're a broad acre product.
I've heard that before.
It goes through, over several crops. There's a lot of options with Roundup. In fact, it should be in pretty much every time you spray an acre, it should be in the tank.
With Loudus.
Where it makes sense with Loudus, yeah. We agree on something. This is great.
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, we haven't talked about you yet. So we're launching Power Max 3 this year. We're starting down in the southeast, and we'll starting this fall, we'll be launching it to the broader geography of the United States. We'll be adding another 30 plus states this fall for our use next year. And then in going into to 2023, we'll be launching it up in the northwest, excuse me. In fact, it'll be the biggest, largest crop protection launch in U.S. history, maybe even the world.
That's awesome, Matt. So I know Power Max 3 is super exciting, and Bayer Plus is excited about it too. I do want to ask though, we have more than Power Max 3 in our portfolio. Can you talk to a little bit about the other Power Max options in our portfolio today?
Absolutely, Kim. So again, down in the southeast, we'll have Power Max 3. There's still a little bit of Power Max 2 out in the marketplace, primarily down in Florida. We still have Power Max out west. We've got RT3, and we also have Weather Max. As we launch Power Max 3, eventually we'll stop selling Weather Max as well as Power Max and Power Max 2, and we'll have a market that consists of Power Max 3, RT3, as our branded products in the marketplace in the glyphosate portfolio.
All right, great. So Matt, on top of that, we've talked a lot about Roundup and tank mixes. Is there any more you want to share with the group about tank mix opportunities with Roundup?
Absolutely. The great thing about our Bayer glyphosate Roundup portfolio is that it's a potassium-based glyphosate, meaning that it's approved to tank mix with the dicamba products that are out in the marketplace, including XtendiMax herbicide with vapor grip technology.
Awesome. So another question around at least some of the technical pieces of Roundup. So there are different use rates with our new Power Max 3. Can you just touch on again what that means for our farmers?
Yeah, the very cool thing about Roundup Power Max 3, it's a higher concentration product. In fact, it's the highest concentration glyphosate product on the market, which exceeds Power Max and Weather Max and Power Max 2, meaning that it's putting a bigger gap against all those generics in the marketplace. So what does really concentration do? Concentration means that whenever you buy a gallon of Roundup Power Max 3, you can spray it on more acres than any other glyphosate product on the market.
You know what you can spray on a lot of acres? Bounce-Flex, Corvus, Loudus, ultra-low use rate product.
Well, if you,
Just to let you know.
assuming it's mixed in the tank with Roundup.
Matt, you have a lot of brands named Max something. Are you compensating?
Compensating for the best brand in the market.
Okay, if you say so.
All right. One last thing, Matt. As we think about Roundup, we get a lot of questions about generics. Can you maybe talk to us about how our glyphosate is different than the others on the marketplace?
Yeah, we put in we consider our product to be the highest quality glyphosate on the market. We do that through our manufacturing processes. And we're one of the few, if not the only, glyphosate product that offers warranties such as respray warranties. In fact, Roundup Power Max 3 comes with a 30-minute rain-fast warranty, similar to what Roundup Weather Max has had in the past.
Getting confused with the brand names yourself a little bit?
Not for long, because we're shortening our portfolio.
So I have to jump in here. Matt mentioned that glyphosate or Roundup has been on the market for roughly 50 years. And that is a really long time. It's longer than any of us have been alive, and it's realistically long enough, or old enough, I should say, to be my old, creepy, weird uncle. So
you know what, though? That uncle's always there for you, just like Power Max.
He might make odd comments, but he is always there. That's a good point.
Always there to help you out.
That's a great point. But I think it's time to talk about something fun, something new, something exciting. Let's talk about fungicides.
Here we go again.
So fungicides is a market that's growing every single year. It grows about 5% annually for the last 10 years because growers are consistently seeing the value that they bring to corn and soybeans. When we have higher planted populations, we have reduced tillage, we have heavy moisture, erratic disease pressure, fungicides consistently deliver higher and more incremental yield to our growers. Now, that erratic nature of the environments we're dealing with is why and how Bayer builds our products. And who we are as a manufacturer of fungicides is a little bit unique in the market. So first and foremost, we have several active ingredients that are very specific in the way they work on corn and soybean plants, but they're also mixed in ways that help us to deliver solutions to our growers. They not only are unique in their classes, in the amount, in the breadth and depth that we have, but also how we've mixed them in our portfolio and our brand ladder. Now, Bayer as a manufacturer believes that we need to bring the right economic and agronomic solutions to our growers in corn and soybean fungicides. And for that reason, we built a really concise brand ladder with 4 brands. The first one I'd start with is Absolute Max, a great opportunity to buy an economic fungicide in corn.
I think it's absolutely time we interrupt him so we can take a breath.
It had Absolute Max, right?
Yeah.
Absolute Max.
Max.
Just
Max,
just same.
Who's compensating now?
Well played, good sir. So back to the most important portfolio, fungicides, and enough interruptions, please. Absolute Max, great economic opportunity for our corn growers. You move up one ladder, and we talk about Stratego Yield. Stratego Yield was our first iteration with prothioconazole, which is one of our backbone active ingredients we put into all of our fungicides thereafter. The next iteration was Delaro, and we've had unbelievably growth through and with the channel. With that brand, we've grown over 2x the acres that we're on, and in the end of the market year 2020, we applied Delaro in the rest of our portfolio on roughly 10 million acres of corn and soybean fungicides. And the last, and the latest, greatest, and newest product in our portfolio, Delaro Complete. Delaro takes all those great things you have.
Took 2 minutes to get there.
Delaro Complete takes all the great things with Delaro and makes it a little bit more unique, a little bit better with a third mode of action, an SDHI. And what does that SDHI do? It increases our delivery of consistent yield, so it brings the back end of that yield curve forward. So if you didn't catch a rain, or you have heavy soils or light soils, if you have a racehorse or a workhorse seed product, Delaro Complete consistently delivers incremental disease activity and yield improvement over its predecessors. The next one is we see better activity on gray leaf spot in corn, white mold in soybeans, and brown spot just the same.
But
and the final piece, but wait, there's more. The final piece here is it's the same low use rate as Delaro. 8 ounces is what we recommend on all corn and soybean acres.
Hold on. Can you guys call this a debate?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, take it easy, Mr.
Okay.
Max. Why don't you clean up some of that, Max?
Always
here.
trying to take center stage.
Some of this. I think you got some barbecue sauce right there. Yeah, you might want to do that.
Sauce.
Maybe you can clean up some of that what I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, hold on.
You want to wipe the sweat
You
off
guys
the
are
brow?
supposed to be talking about rewards, right? I can use your products, I can use your products, I can use your products. And with 109 years of reasons why to choose DeKalb and Asgrow, certainly hope that you will. And I'm pretty sure that means I win this debate.
109 years.
Yeah, those seed guys, they always say, they only have
Swoop and take over. And the gun again.
need wheat
And
for
gun again.
yield, buddy.
And
Well,
the gun
as you
again.
can see, everyone has some strong opinions. But the truth is, all of these products discussed here today are equally important for smart agronomic decisions. And when they all work together, you can achieve excellent yield, agronomics, and top rewards. So now I want to give you a chance to walk through with me our calculator that's easy to use from Bayer Plus. This tool makes it simple to understand the rewards you can earn on the products you'll need for your operation this season. To start, I've gone to mybayerplus.com/calculator, where you'll land on the tool. You can see you have the option to pick which year you are looking to calculate rewards in, as well as the option to calculate your rewards based on acres or volume of product. For this walkthrough, I'm going to be looking at the 2020 year and will calculate based on acreage. Then I'm going to click Go to Step 1 of 4. The next screen breaks down how you can earn within the product portfolio incentive category. Note you must purchase at least 2 qualifying products from the product portfolio incentive in order to start earning in this category. When you scroll down, you will see several drop-downs based on the product type containing the eligible products you can choose from. You can begin selecting which products you'd like to choose and the number of acres you are going to be applying the product on. You can add as many products as you would like for your calculation. As you can see, as you add your products in acres, your Bayer Plus rewards running total will populate at the bottom. It is important to remember you must have a total of at least $1,500 in Bayer Plus reward rebates to claim reward incentives. Once you've added in all of your products for this category, you can move on to Step 2. On this screen, you'll see whether or not you've unlocked the Roundup brand agricultural herbicide and XtendiMax incentive category. Do note you have to purchase at least 1 qualifying herbicide from the product portfolio incentive in order to unlock the Roundup and XtendiMax incentive. Once you can see you've unlocked this category, you can select the right products for your operation from the drop-down list and enter in the number of acres you'll be applying the product on. Clicking on to Step 3, agronomic add-ons. You can see that you are also able to add in a variety of agronomic add-on products, which you would input in the same way, adding your chosen products and your desired acreage. Moving on to Step 4. You'll be able to see whether or not you've unlocked the partner product incentive category. It's important to remember you'll need to qualify for the partner product incentive, meaning purchasing 2 or more products from the partner product incentive category to qualify. You can also earn $1 an acre on eligible Roundup brand agricultural herbicides as long as you purchase an amount that is equal to or greater than the acreage you purchased from the partner product incentive. Once you've added all your products, you can click View Estimated Incentive Summary to see your total estimated incentives along with a breakdown of how much you earned in each category. From here, you can choose to download your estimated incentive summary to save in reference when you go to purchase your products in season. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a rewarding upcoming season, and we ask that you go to My Bayer Plus Rewards /calculator to calculate what these incentives could mean for you.
Well, all right. Thank you for your time, guys. Very spirited. Best debate I've seen in the last 6 months. If you missed part of the presentation or any of the presentations, just come back to this page tomorrow and you'll find an on-demand recording of all the brand presentations, including the one you've just watched. So here we are at the end of day 2 at the Together We Rise Commodity Classic Virtual Experience, which puts just about, that gives us about an hour from my favorite part of the day, happy hour. Yesterday's musical guest was the one and only Clint Black, and boy did he rise to the occasion. Now, who's going to be on the stage tonight? That's anybody's guess. But there's only one thing I know. When it's time to learn another new cocktail with our guest mixologist, we should all go a little easier tonight. Or at least maybe just me. You've got about an hour left to explore the virtual experience and win that VIP access to tonight's festivities. I hope you're up to it. See you at 5.